Well, hello, and let's talk about pride. And I can't talk about pride without talking about humility. And why is that? I think when people think about being proud, it's like, oh, I'm proud to be, I don't know, fill in the blank. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be the father of three. I'm proud to be, a worker, an important worker. And I'm like, I guess some of those things you choose, but I didn't choose where I was born. I guess I choose to be a parent or choose to be a certain vocation. And I actually am not knocking being proud of what you do. I'm just knocking the idea that, like, how we choose pride and what it really means, and whether or not pride is actually a good thing or it's something that, in fact, it can be damaging. And so I'm not talking about even though I initially started this talking about the pride of being like, whatever, American or a father or anything else like that. And by the way, I'm proud to be an American, odd as that may seem, even though I didn't choose it. But it's kind of like when you start to think about pride and humility and how you achieve pride or attain pride, I guess I'm just going to leave that to the side and focus on the aspects of pride, of like when pride is about your ego, and pride is about being right, and pride is about not looking bad. And when pride is used as some sort of like protective mantle for how you can be an asshole and not get caught or figured out, right? So it's kind of like, oh, well, but I'm right. And then therefore I look smart and therefore everything's good because everybody likes me. But within that, because it's like pushed out by your ego, it's like there's a disconnected factor, and people actually don't resonate with it, and they don't feel comforted by it, and they don't feel more connected by me being right, or needing to be right, or me needing to be better than, or needing to make a lot of money, or whatever it is, right? So I think that when we talk about pride, I think it's so important to talk about humility, because humility is the thing that, like, when my pride starts to reach up too much and it is becoming like deleterious, humility is the things like, and humility is kind of what I see as not humiliation, but these things that happen in life that just kind of like knock me down or topple me over so that I'm back down a couple of notches, and then I can sit and take a longer, harder look at myself. Because anytime my pride and my ego are like propelling me forward and telling me who the fuck I am and telling me how much better I am and justifying my judgments, it's like I'm not living in reality, and I'm not connected to anybody, least of all myself, right? So, but when something happens it's really, even sometimes fairly humiliating, I can sit back and be like, oh, what it would tend to do, it'll be like, oh, Jesus, who am I? I mean, gosh, I thought I was this successful person, and now I've just run out of all my money or gotten laid off. Who am I now? Oh my God. Or, I thought that like being a father or a mom or whatever was everything in my life. And oh my God, I'm getting a divorce, right? So there's all these things that I think what I'm trying to get at, coming full circle, is there's all these ways that we have pride in these things that we are, and some of them we choose, some of them we don't. But we don't look at the bigger picture of like, am I actually choosing this as something to be proud of? And in fact, if it was stripped from me, then could I be proud of who I am just as myself? And I think that's a real challenge, because I think most of us, it's like when you get like knocked down, or taken out, through the ruination of some kind of career or being removed from a role, it's really humbling and really difficult to just be able to sit with that and come back to the question of who you are. Come back to the question of why you're here on this planet. Come back to this place of what is it that I'm supposed to be doing here? Like, why was I born? And it sounds like only certain people sometimes, as I like read stuff, are actually doing this kind of seeking. But I feel like we should all be doing it. It's like, if the past couple of years didn't teach you anything, it should have taught you that life is fucking short. That's it. Like, and you don't know how much time you have, healthy or not. Yeah, the expectancy is that if I'm healthy, I have a longer amount of time because I'm at least taking care of myself, as opposed to making myself more prone to disease that could actually harm me. Great, fine. But you still don't know if you could be taken out by a truck. And so, as we're in this earthly human experience, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that really should be deeply propelling your life to a feeling of success that has nothing to do with any of those roles, chosen or not? Right? What are you doing for yourself, of yourself, by yourself, but also with connection to other people to make your life and the world a better place a minute at a time? right? That's something to be proud of. If you know what that is and you're doing it, that's something to be proud of. Have a great day, and thanks for spending time with me today.